Turn some air on, man. Hey everybody, how you doing? Well, we are going to do a live drive today. We're going to attempt to do one anyway. It's the 19th. It's Tuesday. It is hot. I think it's hot everywhere. It's just blistering hot here. You can see I'm at the convenience store. I had to get fuel here in my car. I've had an interesting 4 or 5 days, to say the least. It says I have low tire pressure on my back left wheel, which that's not correct. Let's clear that out. Oh my gosh, 91 degrees currently. It feels like it's 100 here in South Carolina, but we got a tank full of gas now, so we should be good for a week. And let's see, be metal, man. Thank you very much for the comment. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, sir. He says, "Hey Joe, it's good to see you live, man." Yeah, it's been a while. Like I said, I've had a lot going on. Charlie S, Mr. Joe, how are you doing? It's been a long time. Thank you very much. Yes, I was going to discuss some of that. If the signal gods will participate with me today, and if I don't have a lot of interruptions for the signal, which that's out of my control, but if you stick with me, I appreciate it. I know we're going to hit a couple of spots right down here, but yeah, my gosh. Okay, so where do I begin? You know, when I was broke down a few weeks ago in the big rig, I was going into some personal stuff, some medical issues. And that next day, which was a Friday, the next day after I was broke down, the next morning, Johnny, what's up, Johnny? How you doing, man? I was supposed to go to my urologist, and I got stuck out here on the road, which I wish I could have, but I couldn't make it. And so I had to reschedule. And they said, oh, thanks, man. Yeah, thank you. And yeah. And they said man, now my phone's ringing. I have to call them back. It always happens when I go live. That's when people want to call. I don't get it. What was I saying? That threw me off. Oh, so they rescheduled my appointment, but it was in September because I asked them specifically for a Friday because I can't. Hey Jimbo, what's up, man? I asked them for a Friday because I'm off on Friday and Saturdays. Well, they didn't have nothing until like September 2nd. I said, okay. So then my personal doctor, my family doctor, he calls me. Actually, this was last week. He called me personally on his phone. He wasn't even working that day. He took the day off, and he said I had to go get a CAT scan, you know, with the contrast. I talked about that, and he said it looked. I mean, his words. He said it looks serious. Can you get an appointment sooner than September with your urologist? That's what I can call. So I was able to do that. I got an appointment for August 18th, which is a Thursday, which isn't that far off, but it's, you know, I wish I could get something sooner, but I couldn't. So I called my boss and I said, look, I need Wednesday and Thursday off. I got to get this stuff done. He said, okay. But then within the past few weeks, I've been having some back issues. I'm like, if it ain't one thing, it's another, you know. And I've had back surgery once before, about 6 or 7 years ago, I think. And it, you know, if you've ever had back surgery, you know where I'm coming from. It's not pleasant. Once you have one back surgery, you're never the same. That's what they've always said. Well, it's true. So I was doing some yard work, nothing crazy, nothing out of the ordinary, you know. And I pulled my back out, and I've done that before, and sometimes in a couple of weeks it would heal up, it'd be fine. Well, it didn't heal. It kept getting worse and worse, and now it's to the point where my left leg just constantly is in pain all the time. The only time it's not in pain is when I'm sitting in the driver's seat, as ironic as that is. But when I have to get out and walk or stand or whatever, it's pretty painful. And so that's what we've been dealing with. That's a whole separate issue altogether, right? And so we're going to get glitchy here in a second. I know we are. I apologize for the glitchy. Just hang in there if you can. If it drops, it'll reconnect. So I'm going to tell you, man, getting in and out of a vehicle or getting in and out of the big rig it's a challenge. It's crazy. So that has taken. Thank you, Johnny. Yeah, I'm not looking for pity or sympathy. I'm just telling you what's going on. But thank you for the kind words, man. I appreciate it. It's just it's so weird because just a few minutes ago, I mean, before I got gas, I had to sneeze. Oh my God. You know, a sneeze is a normal body reaction, right? Holy crap. When I sneeze, because your body tenses up, it was just like, just that pain goes down my whole left side. It was just, I was like, oh my God. So I have an appointment with my personal doctor this Friday so they can take x-rays of my lower back, because I know there's a disc that's either see, I had my surgery 6 years ago. There was a disc back there that was actually broke in half, and that's what was causing all that pain. So there's half a disc right there. I don't know if that other half is something happened with that, or if it's another disc. I don't know, man. I don't know. But that's why I've been so quiet on YouTube, because it's just I haven't even hardly played guitar or anything, because when you stand up or anything, try to do, it's so much pain. What are you going to do? You know, you want to lay out of work because you hurt? I mean, I can't do that. You know, I can't do anything until I'm under a doctor's supervision. But I know a surgery is coming, possibly two. I know that's coming. That's coming. I just know. I done been through this once before, and I know the red flags, so to speak. You know. But I just been trying to go to work and trying to muscle through it, and keep the bills paid, man. You know, but it's crazy how your body goes through changes the older you get. It's coming from sitting in a truck for so many years, just sitting in that seat and going up and down these highways, some of these rough roads. I guess it's taking a toll. I don't know. Some people drive all their lives for a profession and they don't have any back issues, but I guess I'm just one of the lucky few. I don't know. But it's just crazy. It's crazy. So it's but hopefully things will turn around. You know, things will be on the up and up. It's just a matter of going through this. If you've had any kind of surgery, you know you have to jump through a lot of hoops to get things approved, and it just has to, there's a process you have to go through. It's just a process. I mean, there ain't nothing else you can really do except go by that process, you know. We're trying to make our way to the interstate. Is it a sciatica? Yes, I believe I want to say, because it's just a pain. Who's that, Jim? Who's that, Jim? Jim Theo asked that question. Hey, Jim Theo, man, welcome to the channel. Yeah, I'm sure it is a sciatica thing, I guess, because it's like when I get up to walk, it's like there's a constant Charlie horse all down my leg, and my muscles are tense, and it's just, oh my God, like it's just a constant cramp, so it's wanting to constrict, and it's just, I've never experienced that before, this type of pain. It was the last time I had my last surgery, it was a different type of pain. It was just numbness, and my foot and leg was numb. This time it's just a constant, like electricity going down the back of your leg all the time when you move a certain way. It's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. I'm not a doctor, so I can't really break it down too much. Jim Theo says, big love from the UK. Hang in there, mate. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Fruitcake Tony is in the house. Pooh Ninja is in the house as well. That's true. You'll never cough. That is the truth, man. I mean, even when I do something like that, you just feel it just go. It's just, oh man. I never would have thought that I would experience back pain like this. You would always see like the old TV shows. I was born in 1970, and then you'd watch like the Jeffersons or something. And who was that? Their neighbor Bentley, and he'd always throw his back out, and George would have to get on top of his back and, like, I guess push his spine back into place or crack his spine. And I used to never understand that when I was a kid. I was like, how do you throw your back out? Well, I know now. You can just bend over, and that's happened to me. I just bent down to plug in some pedals one time with my guitar stuff, and all I did was bend over, boom, threw my back out, and it was one of the most painful things I've ever experienced. And that's actually what happened about a month and a half ago. I was at my mom's, and I bent down to pick up a bag of mulch, and my back went out, and I muscled through it, but it hasn't been the same since. It's gotten worse. So something's going on, but we'll find out. I got to go to my personal doctor, and I guess he's got to refer me to go back to that hospital I went to recently and get some more x-rays. But the good thing is my deductible is paid for the year, because I've been back and forth to emergency rooms and doctors and hospitals, doctors' offices, that my deductible is paid for the year, so I shouldn't have to worry about that. Insurance should take care of it now, 100%, I would imagine. So that's a good thing. And, if you're going to have any surgeries done, or for me, if I'm going to have any surgeries done, now's the time to do it. Get it done, and it'll be covered. So, yeah. What else was I going to tell you? Oh, yeah. So, I was going home from work. What was it? Last Tuesday, a week ago, last Tuesday night. And it's been nothing but a heat wave here, just like everywhere else. And I just left the parking lot from work. I got on the interstate. I was on the interstate for maybe 5 minutes, and I heard something hit underneath. Now, again, this is like 4:15 in the morning, so it's dark, and I heard something hit underneath the car, like ta-ta, boom, boom. I said, what was that? And but I didn't see anything. So, but obviously I ran over something, but I didn't see anything. And I was just driving along, and about a few minutes later, my low tire pressure light came on my dash, and it said left front tire down to 22 pounds of pressure. I was like, what? And I figured it was just messing with me, because this car will do that when it gets really hot in the summertime. It'll give you what they call I guess a false positive. It'll tell you got low tire pressure when you really don't. And so I just kept driving, and this low tire pressure indicator came on the dash, like I said. But the car was still driving normal, so I just kind of ignored it. Well, it takes me an hour to drive home, and the closer I got home, the worse the situation was getting with the car. And I was about a mile from the house, and I went over. There's this little bridge you got to cross over right there at the house. I crossed over the bridge, and it was just, the tire was completely flat, and I still had like a mile to go to my driveway. And I was like, oh no, please, no, I can't get out and jack up no car or nothing. I mean, not in the state I'm in right now. And I was like, I'm so close to the house, so I just put on my four ways. And I went 15 mile an hour, and I got to my driveway. I got out of the car, and I looked, and the tire was still on the rim, but it was, it was completely flat. So this past weekend, I jacked the car up. I just went ahead and took both front wheels off, took them down to the shop, at the mechanic shop down just right there in town, and had them put 2 new tires on. Because if you have a blown out tire, you might as well get 2. You don't need to get just 1. So I went ahead and had them put 2 new tires on the front wheels, man, and they got them balanced for me. And I brought those back and put them on the car here, and got them. One of the best things I've ever invested in is an impact wrench. So I don't have to worry about using a tire tool. So it's got a rechargeable battery on it, and I just put them lug nuts back on and tighten them up, make sure they's good. And I went ahead and cut the grass, and man, it's been crazy past 4 or 5 days, man. I ain't had time to do anything. It's just been busy, PJ, hey man, sorry to hear about your back. I've been there too, man. It sucks. Yes, sir. Yeah, it's so crazy, isn't it? I mean, you start having trouble with your back, and it's just like everything else takes a back seat. Thank you, PJ, for the kind words. It's dog. What's going on? Did I see it? Did I see a UFO? I didn't see nothing. I didn't see anything, man. Lord have mercy. Do y'all believe in that stuff? I never believed in that stuff. UFOs and aliens, I just never believed in it. You gonna tell me, after the kind of world we live in now, with all this high-tech smartphones and gadgets, and nobody can take a picture of a UFO or whatever? I just don't believe it. I just don't believe in it. Let's see what we want to do here. Oh my goodness, it's only Tuesday. What did I have for lunch today? My wife went and got us something to eat. She went down the street to Subway. The dolphin says, I have seen them fly in the sky. They cannot be explained. Wish I had video. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool, man. I'm the same way, PJ. I mean, I don't know. That's just my opinion. I've always been that type of person on a lot of things. I just don't believe in it unless I see it. I mean, that's just on some things. And then you start talking about religion. I'm not going to get into that. And then that's a whole different thing, with people. Talk about believe it till you see it. But as far as stuff like that, I've just always been that way. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I'm just saying just never really believed in it, because I haven't seen any evidence to convince me otherwise. Unless when I was a lot younger, you'd see those crazy newspapers when he was checking out at the grocery store. UFO lands in the backyard of Farmer Brown's property, and I'm like, really? You know, so it's just crazy. I don't know. Who knows, man? Oh, Lord. Yeah, what did I have? Like I said, my wife went to Subway. I had a meatball sub and some chips and a drink. It was pretty good. The dog says, I don't care about people's religion or sexuality. I just don't want to know about it. Yeah, I agree. I'm with you on that. 100%. I agree with you on that. Whatever a person likes is what they like. I don't have no issue with it. Just don't shove it down my throat. You know. Yeah, man. I agree. Same thing. It's just the world we live in today is so crazy, and everybody's so hypersensitive, and you can't say anything anymore. You know, it's just I'll tell you this much. I know this for a fact. You know, I can't mention any names, but there's somebody that where I work. I don't know, what's this guy doing now? All right, I was about to say, what's he doing? Where I work, on certain tractors we have, certain tractors have assigned spots, okay? But in the middle of the parking lot, we have rental tractors, and we have some new tractors as well that supposed to have assigned spots, and some of them don't. So the whole point, what I'm getting at, is somebody I know came to work early one morning. I was getting off work. He came in there and he talked to another driver had got there and was like, he said, I wasn't there, so I couldn't hear the exchange. I was just told this. So he told the guy, I said, hey man, why don't you park over here or pull up, and I'll get your spot and I'll pull my tractor up, and you get my spot. Either way, we both have parking spots and it's no big deal. Well, the guy he said that to was like, okay, cool. But later, that driver went and told on him, on the guy that said, hey, you just park here and I'll park here. He went to the safety guy and told on him, and claimed that when he said, you park here, I'll park over here, that was some kind of racist thing. And I was like, what? So he got called into the office, and there wasn't no race thing even involved. That wasn't even involved. So it just goes to show you, man, people, you know, it's just the best thing to do is just don't say nothing. And that's what I told the other person. I said, look, man, just when you get there, just don't say anything. Just don't say nothing. Just do your job, you know, even though nothing was said to begin with. Nothing intentional, nothing, no slander. There was nothing. See, everybody got quiet on that, didn't they? Everybody got quiet on that, because you know I'm telling the truth. People just need to worry about themselves. PJ says, yeah, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. I mean, you know, it's just that people are just, people are babies, man. Not everybody, but some people, they're just, you know, really, man, handle your business like a man. Don't go tell on somebody. You got a problem with me? Come talk to me. Don't go in there and stab me in the back, you know, over nothing. But, you know, that's why when I go to work, man, I've always been this way too. I go, And I don't say shit. I don't say nothing. I just don't say nothing. I go ahead and do my job. I get done, turn my paperwork in. And sometimes you'll see a group of drivers over here just chatting, just, shooting the breeze. I just walk past them and they'll say, "Hey man, what's going on?" And I'll say, "Hey, how y'all doing?" And they're like, You're not gonna chat with us?" I ain't got nothing to say, man. I got to drive an hour home, so that's just how it is at a lot of the workplaces, I would imagine. I never thought it'd be that way out here, because you don't really work with people side by side out here. You're by yourself. I'm a truck driver. I'm by myself all the time. So, but it does. I've seen some crazy stuff happen out here, and I've been out here for over 22 years, and I've never seen somebody be a crybaby over something really silly. It makes no sense. But that's the world we live in. Jimmy Biter, how are you doing, sir? That's the world we live in, man. So look, see? I'll show you what I'm talking about. Now see, you pull in here, of course, this is the shop right here, and then this is a bunch of other trucks that other companies that park here. And so this is the middle section of trucks that really don't have assigned spots. Now these trucks to the left, those are assigned spots. You have to park there every day. And then you got these trucks on the right. Now, of course, this ain't us. This is Kohler. It's different. These guys are gone all week, and they come back on Saturday. And then you got trucks over here that have assigned spots. But these trucks over here, they don't really. So, matter of fact, there's my truck. Right there. It's just, nobody really said anything. It's just people like to stir stuff up for no reason at all. I'm like, it's just people, man. I tell you, just grow up, man. Grow up. My gosh, makes no sense. No, not here, Quentin. Not here. Not at this property. No, Lord, no. No, man. Don't want to mess with those either at the truck stops. Oh, God. No, I don't care how desperate. You don't want to do that at all, man. It's just asking for trouble, big time. All right, let's see. Any questions or anything? We'll go to about 30 minutes, and then we'll call it. Oh my goodness. Well, yeah, I'm just saying. I mean, it's I've seen that a few times at truck stops. I used to have an overnight run while I went to Richmond, Virginia. We used to have like 5 or 6 sleeper trucks back in the day, and some new management came through and got rid of them. So I used to go to Richmond, Virginia at a plant, a dairy up there, one of our dairies, and drop and hook, and you could only get maybe halfway back, and you had to stop at a truck stop, and I had to sleep in the truck. So I'd get there, if things went right, I'd get there about 7 o'clock at night, 6 o'clock. This was when the sun would go down still kind of early. So it was about January, February. And it's just, so I've seen some of those workers out there from time to time going to trucks and knocking on their door, waking them up. And I was like, oh, God. Disgusting. I don't know. Oh, my gosh. But yeah, so I'm ready to get some guitar playing in as soon as I can kind of get all this stuff straightened out, and kind of get on the road to being pain-free. because I still need to work. I still need to pay bills, need to make a living. I do remember when I had my first back surgery all those years ago. I was out for like 2 months, and oh man, I was ready to come back to work. As crazy as that sounds, I was ready to come back after I was fully healed. I was just like, as crazy as that. I know that sounds crazy, but I don't know, man. I guess you just get so used to working a certain routine all your life. And when you sit at home for a while, it's like, man, I need to do something. I can't sit here. I don't know. I guess it's how my brain is programmed. PJ says, someone said they saw a sign on a truck that said hiring drivers up to 200. Whoops. Sorry about that. What did I do? I hit something wrong. PJ, comment again. Make sure I didn't block you by accident. I went to touch the screen and I don't think I did. Just comment again. That way I know I didn't, if you don't mind. Someone said they saw a sign on a truck that said they were hiring drivers up to $200,000 a year. I'm not sure how true it is. $200,000 a year working for a company. Now, if you have your own truck, yeah, if you have your own truck, but you got to understand, $200,000 a year. That's not what you put in your pocket. That's what you would make gross. You know what I'm saying? There's drivers here that make 6 figures, but it ain't no 200,000. It's maybe 108,000 or something here. But these guys, they live here, even though these are day cabs. You can see right there, these are day cabs, and there's guys that they make that here. Well, about 100,000. But like I said, they're working 7 days a week, 6 days a week. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. It's just, I've been here for a long time, and I've been in that boat because it's easy to when you start making decent money. I mean, when you work that many hours, you make decent money. You start to get greedy, and this transformation starts to happen where you're here all the time. Hell, I work 5 days a week, and that's enough for me. And I average between 11, 12 hours a night. That's enough. I don't need. How much more money am I going to make working 6 or 7 days a week? It's not worth it. Just take what you get on 5 days a week or 5 nights a week for my case, and budget. Just budget. PJ, are you still in here? Let's see. Okay, I don't think I did anything to your name, but I hit the screen. Let's see. Yeah, but 200,000 a year, that's more than likely if you have your own truck and you would pull a trailer for another company. That's there you go. There's PJ right there. Yes, sir. Okay, thank you for doing that. I was touching the screen and I was like, did I just accidentally block him? Which is kind of weird, because if it did accidentally block you, I wouldn't have known. You couldn't have commented. So I don't know. I'm out to lunch here lately. Okay, let's see. The Dolphin says, ouch, I still don't have medical care. Both shoulders just hurt. Playing is sporadic. Going to get a doctor first of next year, hopefully. Yeah, I've been having issues with my shoulders a little bit too. And I was just like, well, you can only raise them so far and it starts to hurt. And I was like, what is going on with that? So I guess just getting old sucks. The Dolphin says, imagine the upkeep if you own your own truck. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. You gotta, just like with anything else, man, there's pros and cons with everything. You know, if you have your own truck, they say you can be your own boss. Yeah, to a degree. But, you know, you still have to maintain, like you said, the upkeep, the tires. That's a big thing, especially when it's 100 degrees out here. The roads are twice as hot. Fuel is a big deal right now. Diesel fuel is out the roof. Maintenance, you know. So the good part about being a company driver, you don't have to worry about any of those expenses. You just drive their truck. The only thing that can be aggravating is they slip seat here. What does that mean? That means, like, when I park my truck in the morning when my shift is over, there's another driver waiting to drive it. They call that slip seating. So more than one driver will drive this truck. So then you got to go behind them and, you know, clean the truck out, sweep the floor, readjust your seat. You know, it's just a little penny ante stuff, but, you know, every day that gets old. It's like, because you get everything situated for you, like for my back and all that, and then, you know, you come the next day, it's like, oh man. But, you know, it's no big deal. It's just the way it is. You know, it's just the way it is. But yeah, see, last year, if you had your own truck and you were running freight, you made killer money. The rates were excellent. Now the rates have went down a lot because things are starting to settle back down now because of the whole COVID thing and all that stuff. But yeah, it's, in my opinion, I think that it's I think it's a more of a safer bet to be a company driver, especially if you're just now starting to drive. You know, I want to be a driver, you know, be a company driver. You know, there's a lot less risk involved. You know, everything has its pros and cons. Like I said, you know, for the longest time, I wanted my own truck. And I almost did it last year. I was that close to doing it. And then I saw how much insurance was for me to be an owner-operator. And, you know, that's not even having your own authority. That's just having a truck and paying the insurance. It was ridiculously high, man. Because they look at me as a high risk because I've never done that before. And so, and they go by your credit. They check your credit as well. And, that didn't do me any good. So, you know, it was just too much money. And I've been here way too long to just jump ship. I've been here so long. So, you know, it's all good, man. It's all good. If things are meant to happen, they will. If it's meant to change, it will. But, I'll tell you real quick before I get off here what I like to watch on YouTube. I like to watch other trucking channels sometimes, and they talk about where they work and what the benefits they get working for that company. Oh man, and I'm like, I'm glad I work where I do, because not all those places are bad, but some of them are just like, wow, those guys are killing themselves, and they make the same money that our drivers make here. And we go home every day. So, but don't let that fool you. Running local like this is hard, because you're always against the clock. You're always driving against that clock, trying to get back, trying to make it back, so you don't get stuck out there, you know, and screw up your week, you know. Anyway, all right. Thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate it very much. Thank you for the well wishes. I just wanted to check in and just give you a heads up. And that's why I've been kind of low activity on the channel, I guess you could say. I need to get myself out of this car. That's going to be a feat in itself. And get in this tractor and get my night started. So thank y'all for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. Stay cool if you can. It is so hot. I'm ready for fall. I'm ready for fall. Thank you for everybody who who comments on the videos. I know lately I haven't responded to a lot of comments, but it's just been kind of rough. But anyway, thank y'all for being here. God bless y'all. Until next time, this is Joe for the Joe Wentz Project TV. Stay cool on your stool. Keep rocking. God bless. See you later. Bye-bye.